Alright everyone, let's see if this is actually going to work. Brand new software. What could possibly go wrong, right? No, let's make sure. Okay, looks like we're live, and that's good. Right, well let's jump into the game, and welcome everyone. If you've just sat down to watch this, me too. Let's go ahead and just tweak a few settings here. You know what? We'll be fine. We'll keep it fairly loud. We want to hear the engine, I think. So what else do I need to do today? Make sure my anti-lock brakes are turned off, because we don't really want this older truck to not skid. That's interesting. I think I want to make this a little more stable. I'll rank that one up as well. Yeah. So I tend to run the trucks less than perfectly stable, shall we say. Makes it a bit more of a challenge. I think that's fine. Good luck with that, but we'll go with it. I guess I'll keep the... I always deliberate over doing this or not, but I guess we'll keep the automatic retarder on there. Air brakes, that's fine. Anti-lock's turned off, great. And then I wonder if I should just play around. Maybe just make this one. Yeah, I will. It'll be fine. I think everything else is what it should be. Quick check of my graphical settings. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll see how well this machine performs. Right. Okay, so that's got the game more or less configured as I want it. Let's jump back into the cabin. I've just filled up the Macar. It's been a few days since I've driven the Macar, and we've just gone ahead and installed a new Cummins L10, or rather a new to the engine pack L10, with a new to the engine pack Ultra Shift. So basically it's the cheap and lazy option. Let's go ahead and start the truck. There we go. You know what, we'll just double check that. Go to diagnostics. Okay. Right, yeah, so it's the kind of the easy option when it comes to transmission. So take an existing transmission that's in the game and modify the final drive. So this is a slightly shorter than the stock 10-speed. It does have 10 speeds. It's an Ultra Shift, so it's designed to be automated. That works for me today because we are going to be playing around and demonstrating this. So 310 horsepower, 1150 foot-pounds of torque. That's not a bad output for the L10. Let's go to my job market. Let's see if we've got I guess we'll try an external contract first, because I really want to explore part of Kansas. I haven't finished exploring Kansas. Concrete barrier, that's a fairly chunky trip. There is one nice feature through doing a freight market and actually arriving at the facility. You can edit the load that you take. That's a pretty heavy load, and it's quite tall in the gearing department, so I'm probably going to struggle with a nearly 45,000 pound load, but let's go ahead and take these concrete barriers just because. Let's see how well we go. What was that? Oh, I've just bought fuel, I guess. Hopefully. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why.
Let's do this.
Alright. Oh. Go ahead and put it in gear to make sure that it's working. Okay. Alright. Well, so far so good. We haven't crashed. That's always a good sign. So I have not explored Kansas as well as the other states. Part of the reason why is because there's been a lot happening with my mod pack in this time. I suppose I should stop here. It is a stop sign. And part of the reason is I've just not played the game. No, that's not true. I try to stick with consistent routes for testing purposes. So if you're going to test an engine for a large chunk of the time, you want to be doing it over routes that you know, because it gives you a sort of means to compare the engine with. And this Mac car has got this weird whole eclectic mix of sort of more or less the right generation engine with a potentially more modern 10-speed. That's okay. And yeah, I've spent a long time working on these particular engines. The L10, dude, really make me nervous. The L10, I think I started that over a year ago. The Big Cam on and off for a long time. And the KT is another one for a long time as well. Right. So normally at this point I would tap up the cruise a couple of times and put it to 45, but I turned that option down to 1 mile an hour. So we'll see how well it works when I get used to it. Do I have beacons on this truck? Okay. Whoa. I guess I turned my brake sensitivity down quite a bit. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's just check the horn. Yeah, okay. It's got this sort of standard air horns as opposed to the... that's not bad. Okay, that's a little weird. There might be some sort of issue going on with the sound for the truck there, but I am happy enough with this. It's moving me off in second gear, so it obviously reckons I've got enough torque to do that. I probably used the wrong lane there, but that's okay. Good, left, and wait, no, maybe I didn't need to. Okay. Wow, my driving's been crazy so far. That's useful. Oh yeah, that's real laggy. Okay. It might not be so obvious if you're watching this, but I'm getting quite a bit of lagging in the frame. I've got a theory as to why that might be. There's some very weird issues with my machine. It's like it's forgotten how to play the SCS games. I wonder if it's DX11. Well, no, I think I had the same issues with DX9. No, not DX9, OpenGL. That's the other technology. Okay, I made this as hard as I could. Did I have to do this? I should have immediately turned left when I came in the yard. Okay. Yeah, it's a longer wheelbase max, so it'll be a bit of a challenge to do this. Okay, let's sneak around here. Back this thing up to the trailer. So anyway, windows down, and then tweak a couple of settings on my machine, or specifically try and close YouTube. I think OBS Studio can handle the chats. I'm not sure that's the case. We'll find out. I did. All right. That's always good. I didn't even adjust the right height, which I probably should have done, so let's go ahead and connect up there. Okay. Alright, I'll go down here. Let's do something on my tablet so I can see what's happening with the video. Let's go here. Better mute that, because hearing myself will be very weird. Hey, John. This was what I was afraid of, is people not, me not seeing that people have messaged me, so I'm just going to configure things here. So put that up there. What I want to do here, leave that screen. Let me see, I think docs we've got. Yes, we do. Okay. Ooh, I've got statistics. Oh, I like the sound of that. I got that there, and that there. So I think if I go ahead and close that, I'm going to talk amongst my myself here. Alright, so I do this, then let's do that. Alright, I was hoping that my live chat would show a message from John, but it's not, but okay. Alright, I think that's everything I needed to do right now. Yeah, that's fine. It's just, OBS has given me an error message. Okay, not a problem. Right, well, I am hopeful I'm going to see chat messages now. But we'll find out. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So I think it's time to make like a tree and get out of here. I'll not be leaving the way I came, which is right up here. Oh, that's made the performance better. Okay, that's good. Having some kind of issue with running too many applications at once, which is a thing, but never was a thing in the way that it's been in the last 2 weeks now. I don't know. Reached that point in the diagnosis where I'm like, you know, short of buying everything brand new, is he going to fix it? Let's head out to this cascade here. I may need to block the line for a little bit. Okay, I didn't. So yeah, that's good. Alright, it's still a bit laggy, but it's performing better. Let's go ahead and get the windows on. You know, I can't even remember how many engines I've added in the update that got pushed through today, but let me see. Two 240 horsepower L10s, a 270, a 300, a 310, a 330. That's 6, I think. Oh, thanks, lights. So that's 6 on the L10. And I know it's 3 for the Cummins KT, a 450, a 525, and a 600. And then for the Big Cam, 270. Oh, wow. I think it's either 6 or 7. And to my embarrassment, I've actually forgotten how many there are in there. Yeah, that's awkward. Yeah, thanks, John. Give myself the right answer. Well, you can never tell sometimes, really. Yeah, you know, I don't remember how many engines I've added today. Which maybe I should. Then again, so on the Big Cam, I know, like I say, 270. I think there's a 315. There's a 350. There's a 400. There's the 444. There's a 475. The twin turbo. We've got a Formula 450, a Formula 300, and a Formula 270. And I've already lost count. There's another, maybe another 8. So we're looking at 8 plus 9, 17, so another 20 engines. Does that seem right? There's a lot of new engines to add. That might explain why it took me so long. Who knew? Alright, so I'm giving it full beans going up this hill. My engine's not quite the temperature, but my engine oil should be. Because normally at this point I would tap on cruise and just tap it up to 65, but today that's not going to work for me. Unless I want to tap it 45 times, which I really don't. So the 310 horsepower engine here has got a reasonable amount of torque at 1150 foot-pounds. It's quite a decent amount for the Mac. A lot of the engines have got quite a bit less. I have varied the throttle here. I'm really getting it up to speed as quickly as I can, which is not that quick, but hey, it's quick enough, sort of. And it doesn't want to go any quicker than 55. And I've got a lot more speed to go to get up there. Okay. So far, OBS Studio is not really showing me what I wanted to see, which was all the chat messages. Oh, do I want to divert here? I'm just going to put cruise on at 55. So normally, if this were maybe solo player and people were watching me, I possibly wouldn't, possibly would use that grey road on the right hand side on the map. It's an area that I haven't discovered yet. But I'm going to behave. I'm going to drive sensibly today, because at least so far. Because I got this feeling I really want to put my lights on, but I'm going to keep them off for now. Let's just try and push this thing a little quicker. Will it do 60? It's still sitting at 55. I know we're going up a little gradient. I get that, but come on, Cummins. You may have a reputation for always starting. Can you get me up this hill? Okay, cresting the hill. Start to head down the gradient. Yeah, we're picking up speed now. I'll push it to 65 if it lets me. Okay. This slightly gloomy weather is getting a little gloomier, so I may want to be putting on my headlights in a little bit. But I think for now, we'll keep them off. Quick external drive-by, let's see what it looks like on the road. Oh, I'm going to have to use the horn here because... There's a guy on a horse there. Huh. Yeah, I think I want at least the secondary lights on, because I like the whole secondary lights look. Let's see. What does this look like? Yeah, I think I want the full headlights on. There we go. I'm not very good at driving in third person. I know a lot of people that drive ATS say the same thing, but I've also seen people who only drive third person, that they are expert at it. Then you do get to see a little further, so this view here, once we through the bridge, you do get to see further, which is useful. And you can do this, you can look back at your truck. Okay, I think I want to merge left here. He's not going to let me in. I don't think he's going to get me a Christmas card this year, but he let me in quote marks. Yeah. He braked heavily so I didn't run into him. It's probably, well, he didn't run into me. It's probably more accurate to truck stop here. Yeah, I should probably plan to visit that at some point. Once we got up to 65, we were at least able to sort of hold 65 and watch my fuel consumption like at this speed. Okay, well, 5.7 so far total for the trip. That is, it's about what I might expect. Yeah, it's climbing, but I'm now cruising, so okay. It's a small engine. We're not working it that hard. 10 miles per gallon instantaneous is pretty decent. I'm really happy with that. But of course, going to cruise at a long time and on flat level ground to really see benefit from there. As you see now, we go up a hill and it drops. Let's pull in into the right hand lane. Don't want to hog there. Left hand lane. That's the last thing we want to do. Bit of wheel cam action. Yeah, it's another old friend. It's been a while since I've been in the back of it, like I say. But I used the Freightliner FLB and then the Kenworth K100E as my test beds for. Well, actually, I did use a lot of trucks thinking about it, but the primary test beds were probably the FLB and the K100. Those two cab overs. I could have used John Ruder's. About 362, that would have been another good choice, just to play around with that. Here's my exit, kill the power, get on the engine brake, tell me the world I'm turning off. Let's hint a downshift. Okay, let's hint another one again on the service brakes. Alright, it didn't like the second downshift. Let's try and force it again. Okay, there we go. The engine brake, and it looks okay from the left. So we're going to do the whole cut the lanes off the roundabout. I know it's a solid white line, but I'm in a Mac car, so that gives me an exemption, right? Maybe. stopped. I'll do it myself. Hey, another round. No, oh, is this a dual roundabout? Yeah, we like dual roundabouts. There are a few of those in the UK. They're always fun. Oh, okay. What was that sign showing me just then? What the heck was that? I'll go back and take a look. That was a very weird looking road sign. Happy to work this little L10 along this route. Gonna turn right just up here. Brakes. Turned in. Avoid hitting the curb with the trailer. That's always a good thing. You don't often get penalised for doing that, but in real life you really don't want to do that to your trailer or to any tyre if you can help it. They might be designed for running over the odd curb, but that doesn't mean you want to do it the whole time. So it was a little brutal there. Brakes. Really close to that side, but I missed it. Having decided I don't want to go over the curb, I might just be about to do that. Let's jump out and take a look. Oh, I missed it. Just. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get it in the space, but let's give that a go. Close. Is that going to be good enough? Yes, look at that. Like a professional. That's completely not like a professional, and if you think that that's how a professional drives, then I'm afraid you're wrong. I do not drive like a professional trucker. Alright, let's go ahead and disconnect my cargo. Looking back at my truck is how I crash. Yeah, so John's just put a comment in the chat. Yes, he's absolutely right. That is exactly how I crash. It's looking back and admiring the pretty truck and then admiring you've run into someone. Yeah, that's always a good thing. Well, we got roughly 6 miles per gallon over that trip, which will be happy with. I want to do is go back and look at this double roundabout, which I've lost. Where is it? Well, it must be. Okay, it must be here. So there's an interesting sign somewhere over here that I want to take a look at, and I also want to go back and change the engine in here as well. Maybe just change the truck out. And there's some sections of the map that I have yet to discover. So I think what I'll do, head back up here and get the truck serviced. Just swap the engine out, and then we'll drive down to Electrovolt and grab another load. So set another waypoint.
What are we waiting for?
I think we're running. Yep, we are. Okay, can I get out here? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just... yeah, I think I want to back it up. I really want to minimize the danger to these construction workers when I'm in the yard, so I should probably do that. Turn on my four ways. Not that that'll make much of a difference, because you'd think they'd see me. And if you convoy with me, you certainly hear the Mac car, especially the Mac engine. Oh yeah, so keep my speed down. Thanks, boys and girls. Right, so I'm going to turn right when we leave here. Capture that little bit of road. There's like a tiny section here that I've not driven in. Turn my four ways off. Let's stop at the top. Let's immediately go. Okay. Turn left here. Yeah, getting quite a bit of lag in the game. Oh, this is interesting. don't remember being down here.
Go straight.
Sometimes these little side roads are accessible and sometimes they aren't. So let's just go and destroy some of the immersion for just a little bit. And let's turn on blockers. Like so. So that is in, I think it's settings or options, go to gameplay. Now what that will do, that will show me if it's genuinely blocked, yeah, which these are. So there's little flashy yellowy white X's or kisses, it's the game telling you it loves you, but you can't go that way. Okay, that's a shame. I mean, whoa, we could force our way down there, but that's not really what we want to do. Nice Kenworth. Through this town. This red brick road looks pretty authentic with the sort of stains on it. You see that? It's always good to see. I guess I've been to this yard here on the left, or this Pickett grocery store. I think it's a grocery store. See, my instantaneous mileage is only 8 to 9 at 20 miles an hour. I always think it's interesting how, you know, the slower you go, it's not always the best mileage. There's so many factors, though. Let's get up to the stop sign. Great visibility there, road planners. Thanks for that. Still, I can see well enough. Okay. Still moved down when I necessarily didn't need to. Okay, let's be on the way. Alright. I'm good with that. Speed limit's gone up to 50, which seems a little high for this area, but okay. We're not going to get up to 50, but that's fine. So, if you're watching the chat, what would you like to see me drive next? Oh, it's a stop sign. I'm thinking a Big Cam. Did that guy not even stop? Wow. Okay, I guess it's a four-way stop unless you're in a blue SUV. Unfortunately, a blue Mac doesn't really count. The limit's gone to 35, so let's get the speed roughly there. I don't know that they ever would have used the KT in the Macar, even with the R700 hood. But it might be fun to try it. Probably better off switching truck if I'm going to start doing that. There's a gun here. Okay, not sure what the significance of that is. But there'll be some significance, I'm sure. Oh, there's several guns. Oh, and what do you know? This okay, this must be celebrating a victory of some sort. Can I see over my shoulder? No. Okay. I love some of the details in the game. Some of the things that you get to see in the game that you don't always spot. Like this road sign, I think it's a legit road sign, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to use the left lane here. Okay, this light's about to go. There we go, to go green. Because we're going to come right back on ourselves at this roundabout. Oh, there's one here actually. Whoa. Don't do this in real life, it's really not sensible. In fact, let's, is anyone behind me? No, there isn't. Okay. Clearly not what you do in real life, but what is going on here? Okay, I think the guy on the right's farting. And this guy on the left, is that an eyeball? Fake eye, no fake eyelashes? Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't need to come back on myself. That's good. So it says yield. No one coming. Okay, let's burn around here. I miss going over roundabouts in the UK. They tend to set up cars to make them be able to tackle roundabouts in a very aggressive way. I suppose that's what a lot of people think the Euros, the way of tackling roundabouts is. Now, back in the day, like kids today don't know they're born, kind of thing. It's something that the French is not one of those weird signs. Something that the French love to do on their roundabouts, and it shows the sort of cultural differences between France and the UK. So in the UK, for a roundabout, they install a really coarse road surface, gives you lots of grip, especially in the wet relative to sort of normal pavement or tarmac, and in slippery conditions it was icy. And it's a really rough, textured road surface. Fantastic. In the dry, if you're a hooligan, you usually got a lot more grip. Now, obviously, you should never rely on this pavement being high grip stuff, and it does wear out. And sometimes it's a different color, and the transition from normal tarmac to high grip, or specifically coming off normal tarmac to high grip stuff, can result in some uncomfortable moments, which might be why the majority of cars sold in the UK are front-wheel drive, or even all-wheel drive. Anyway, so going back to the story. So we Brits love to install this special high grip sort of rough tarmac stuff, and it helps people not fall off the road when they go around a roundabout too quickly for the conditions. Now, whether that is because you're a hooligan, it's dry and sunny, and you just want to go around a roundabout quickly, or whether it's because you're not paying attention, it's the summer holidays, you've got a car full of people and it's raining and you don't realize that the road is greasy. Either way, the French don't use this high grip, or they never did use this high grip tarmac. Maybe that's changed. No, what they do is they seemingly polish that road surface so it's nice and smooth and nice and slippery. And maybe it helps save fuel consumption, but I gotta tell you, you travel across from the UK to France, you're traveling through France, you're driving because you want to drive. It starts to rain. It does rain in France. Does rain in French. Does rain in France, on France land. Great, fantastic. Come to your first roundabout. And in the UK, you're used to, you can just barrel over it without slowing down so much. Yeah, don't try that in France, because that polished road surface, it's not going to end well. I'm going to install the extended hood here. There we go. Oh, good grief, it's put me down to a short wheelbase truck. Look at that, it's like 50% hood. I mean, there's a way of telling all the other trucks that you're not to be messed with, and that's probably the way to do it. Maybe. Okay, so, yeah, let's give me the short chassis. Then we've got the medium one, which gives me a bit more distance there. And then we've got the long one, which gives me an awful lot. I wonder if a sort of the short chassis with... Yeah, let's make a heavy haul or heavy hauling specialist. Okay, so we'll go with the fairly short, wheelbase truck. Engine-wise, well, I've got quite a few choices here. Let's turn off. I don't need Red Thunder. Red Thunder is my own private mod pack. So we've got the ENDDT 865. That's the 14-litre Mac V8. I really want to work on that at some point, but not today. Some ISLs. These don't need to be here. They're actually now in the production pack. So, as is this. Okay, I guess I may have messed up, which is probably going to surprise nobody. I probably have to delete those mods from the private pack. Let's see. Okay, those are at least the production engines, which is good. Alright. See, the Red Thunder is my testing Mod pack. Oh, okay. I see what I've done. I just didn't remove them. So these I was testing the engine definitions, and these are the that's a production engine. That's a production engine, I think. Yeah. Okay. I should probably remove some of those. I guess I can go ahead and do that now if I really feel like it. Yeah, do I want to do that? No. Let's just go ahead and play around with a KT, I think, first. Well, let's get the KT sorted out. So we got a 450, not that much torque, needs a fair amount of revs to perform. We've got a 525, so a bit more torque, a bit more power, needs a bit more revs, and then the 600, which is the engine that it's famous for. And hey, if we're going to fit a KT, we probably should fit the 600. Okay. Transmission wise, these things need revs, and we also really benefit from having a lot of different gears as well. So I think we probably want to go with an 18 speed. And I'm going to go ahead and shamelessly plug some of the transmissions I've added to the Steele Production Engine Pack. And down here, if we keep scrolling, we've got the various autos, and we've got some 18 speeds. So just two. We don't have the other lower ratios. We get them from somewhere else, but I'm going to go ahead and probably do this, I think. Benefit of this one is it is, well, it's super short gearing. So each one of those revs, we need those revs. Let's just record what we're doing here in my data sheet. So we're using a 600 horsepower engine. That's double the power we're getting at the wheel. Let's do that, and then we're going to use an Eaton 18 speed with a 456. That's 1525 estimated revs at 55. If we used a 433, I think it's about 1475, give or take. Let's take a look. What does it reckon? 1450. It's a lot of gears. But I think I want to be pulling a lot of weight with this thing. So actually, I'm going to go with a 455. 456 even, like so. And it's going to be a heavy haul machine. So we expect it to be pulling a lot of cargo here. Let me see, and I'm going to change the color, but we'll come back to the dashboard interior in a second. So we changed the color. What have we got? Anything strikes me there? I mean, nothing says heavy haul like orange, except maybe crash yellow does. Oh, it's a tough one, that. We'll go with the stock orange color. Okay, so if we want this to be heavy, we probably want that bull bar. Lamps, we'll keep those as they are. The grill, we'll go with the stock. I mean, I've got various options here, but I don't think I need to worry about that. I mean, that looks like a kind of small. That looks like a smaller opening. We don't want that. It's a KT, so I think I want to give it double air intakes. Let's do that. Okay, that works for me. We'll keep the inlet as they are. I'm going to go ahead and remove. I'll just put myself on stock mirrors here. And I think I'm going to do the same, but do I want to keep these mirrors? The front mirrors, I will. They're going to be useful. Let's put myself some beacons. I don't really think I can justify the cabin deflectors, though we might go with the scoops, like so. Probably want a second exhaust, and if nothing else, that's for noise regulations. So let's go ahead and look for the exhaust. Stock, both stock. There we go. Mud guards, we're not going to worry too much about that. Can we do have a logging? Oh, we're going to have a medium one for the logging setup. I don't think I want the medium length chassis. Okay. Alright, well, we'll do that. Let's go back to the interior. So tan, brown, or black. I'll go with black. Black and orange. Anything else I need to do here? What about my straps? I don't think I necessarily worry too much about that. I can use the round tanks as well. I think we'll go with the round tanks. I don't think it makes, it's just a cosmetic difference. Don't worry too much about that. I guess we'll install the deck plate. Just because the chassis and the mud guards are fine. Okay, so there's a lot of hood, a lot of engine. Can we see the engine? Not really. Okay. And then the interior. So I went with the black interior, but I think I want to go with the older style 3-spoke wheel, like so. I think I want to keep the computer there, the GPS, I think everything else is perfectly fine with. My visibility out the sides will be a little difficult, a little harder, because I'm drunk at the mouse. Okay, so that's done that. I think that's pretty much where I want it, so we'll confirm that order. Let's check my condition, everything is fine. Okay, what I want to do now is jump back from this screen here, go back to here, take a look at my mods, because I've got some double weight mods I want to add. Okay. Jump into my mod manager. Right, so if I search for 2x, there we go. So I find it I didn't even get to the X. Find it immediately. So that's my double weight, and I think I want to put that. I'll put that here. I could remove this custom mod. I'm going to keep it where it is, and that Red Thunder Physics, that's another custom mod. And if I do double load boys, yep. So now we can have 4 times the normal cargo weight. That will make it a bit of a challenge, I think. If we have a really super heavy cargo, which I may or may not do. Have anything else I want to add here? I don't think so. Most everything has been added, and I think everything else has been added. Actually, we'll throw in the Smarties wheel pack. I quite like playing around with the wheels, and we might find some heavy duty wheels to go with. Let's confirm changes there. And whilst I'm here, jump back in the game. I'm going to go ahead and Alt tab out. You're not going to see what I'm doing here because it's hidden cunningly behind the scenes. But I want to go in and just remind myself I need to remove the Macar stuff. I'll go ahead and do it because wow, there's a lot in here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess I was playing around with these quite a bit. So we can remove those. You're not seeing this, of course. I'm sorry. In fact, you're seeing a blank screen. What's up with that? Did my game crash on me? Or is it just loading up the game again? It's not an encouraging sign. There we go. Okay. It came back. Oh, I see. Right, fair enough. Okay, well, move back to Haze, and then let's just check the configuration of a couple of things. Make sure we've got what we need. It's likely going to attempt to load the Red Thunder stuff in the background, and I will be deleting it. We'll get some errors in the error log, but it shouldn't affect how the game works. Although it might. It might crash me to desktop if I try this. Okay. Alright. Looks like I caught it in time, which is good. So we'll enable those. Wheels time. And we got Steelies here, and they're fine and all. But do I have anything else I can play with? What does Smarties include? What I haven't... Wow. What haven't I played around with Smarties before? What have we got? I mean, they look kind of cool. Not sure I like the tires so much, but they look alright. That looks like a steel wheel. Maybe a little narrower? Maybe. Let's try this one. Okay. Maybe a little. What else have we got? Oh. So that's a width is an 825, which is quite narrow, but this is a 1225, which is a much wider tire. Oh, that's chunky. Yeah, we want some of that. Might affect my gearing. Yeah, I think it will, just a little bit, but I'll be fine with that. Okay, so that's polished. Yeah, let's go back to that 12. What have we got? An AccuRide 29169. That wrong one. Nope. 28807. It kind of doesn't roll off the tongue, but okay. And then, wow, we got lots of choices we can use. I guess we'll maybe go with this. I'm going to forget what I'm doing here. So we got 2-piece flange nuts. Everyone likes a bit of flange nuts. And for the wheel itself, 28807. Let's see if we can match that. 288. No. Okay. So we're going to find me a 12-inch width. 12 and a quarter, I think it was. 14. Wow. That's oh, it's a super single. Okay. And that'll be another super single. Okay, looks like I can't get the 12 and a half, 12 and a quarter. We'll search for 12. 12, okay. So these are all the 8s. These are the 14s. Do we have any other options? 14, 8 and a quarter. Okay, so it looks like we'll be going with pretty much this one, I think. I think that's close to what we had here. Yeah, it's close enough. All right. So it doesn't give me a name, a number for it. Do I have anything else here? That's polished. Don't really want the polished look here. Oh, that's 24-inch wheel. Don't want a 24. Again, that's a 24. We don't need the 24. That's a 24. Huh. Have I lost what I want? Was it that one? No. It's one of these, I think. I think it's this one. AccuRide Steele 22.5, 8 and a quarter 5-hand holes. So I suppose 22.5 times 8.252 hand hole. It's actually giving me a choice. So I've got this one, this one. So that's just the 2-hole. Okay. So now I go here, choose the same one. Okay, great. Clear my filter. All I'm doing here is just using the filter just to make sure I've got the right setup here. 2-piece flange nuts. Long sticky out. Okay. We have 2-piece here. 2-piece flange nut, long stick out. What do you know? That works. And I don't here. There we go. Tire selection, Michelin's. Wow, I've got wide, wider. Look at that. That's probably seems a bit too much. Seems a bit excessive, but maybe it'll work fine. What have we got here? So we have a 315 energy, but I really want off-roady type. Michelin X works. They're a little bigger. Are they suitably off-roady? Are they masculine enough? Continental Canada. I mean, that sounds perfect. Michelin X works. Michelin X Works Z. Quite like the Canada style. Does it change the height of it though? No. Okay. We'll go with the Canada wheels. I think that's what we have Canada here. No, I don't think we do. Okay, so that looks like it's going to clash with my mud guards. So, am I going to do anything with this? So what have we got? I mean, plastic, chrome is about the same. Quarter will be the same. Full chrome is not going to do that. Or do I just remove them? Given the kind of cargo that we're likely to be carrying, I think I'm just going to go ahead and remove the rear mud guards. It's going to get messy back there, but I think that's a foregone conclusion. And also, that's what she said. Right, well, we'll do that. We don't care so much about aerodynamics, so that works for me. Okay. That's done that. I don't need to check this. And then I want to check the jobs to see what's available. And if it's already taken into account, we've got extra heavy loads. Let's see. So if I go here and search for 2x weight, okay. So there we have all the super heavy cargoes that we can pull. I can get my own trailer, of course, as well, and that will make a big difference. Doesn't look like we have any doubles here. But yeah, we've got some articulated tractors. Those are a big heavy weight. Right, let's try from Hayes. No double weights. Okay. All right, I'm going to get my own trailer then. Let's go here. Trailer manager. What have I got? Wooden lowboy. Another wooden lowboy here as well. Yeah, the colour's wrong. First world problem, right? Okay, so it's that double. Now, here's the issue with this mod. You don't get the whole, whatever that pin is called. That's fine. Not too worried about that. It's 144. I guess we'll go with 6. No, we'll go with 9. We'll go with a full 9 axle setup. Color-wise, do we have an orange color I can use? That's probably a little too orange. Is that maybe better? That's going to be close enough. Not to worry about the detail too much, but accessories, well, I kind of feel I should really change these wheels. And because I may not always use this mod, I'm going to run with the Steele Advanced. No reflection on me. Like so, but we'll change the. I'll come back to that later. But we're going to change the. Oh, these are already Steele normal. Change the lug nuts to be shadow. I don't have to do that though. Is there any point in going with the advanced as opposed to the normal ones? Well, they look nicer, I think. Okay, do that and that there. That's what we'll do here. Bet you didn't think you'd be watching me building a truck after all this, right? Sorry. But it's worth it, because we're going to have some pretty heavy cargoes to move around with this. We may also have the issue of this trailer might not fit in all the locations that I want to go. And that's another challenge, but... And there's also the challenge of getting it there as well. But these are the things that you don't worry about when you're buying a 600 horsepower Cummins KT powered Macar. R700 and no less. Custom truck. I don't think they ever sold this. We're going to have to just pretend that we can make it fit. Right. I think we are kind of nearly there. Actually, I know what I want to do. I don't need to worry about the decks or the mud flap area, all this thing. What I do want to do is put a sign on the back that says crazy driver, long load. Don't worry about that. Trailer rear. I want to put strobe or beacon. We'll go old school, we'll go with the beacon. And then banner is going to be long load. And it's probably going to be oversized load, but we'll stick with long. For now, okay. I suppose we should probably put flags on. Because who doesn't like a nice flag on the back of their truck? I'll go with a premium or exclusive. I don't know why. Why have we got some here as well? Okay. More mud flaps to change. All right. Well, I'm surprised this thing hasn't crashed so far. Okay, I think we have pretty much got this where I want it to be. Exclusive back there. It's $100,000 worth of modifications to a trailer. That's all right. Go ahead and confirm that order now. Where am I based? I think it's at Hayes. Yeah, Hayes. Okay, and I have a garage in Hayes. All right, so let's go ahead and transport that trailer to Hayes if it lets me, and if it doesn't, then we're in trouble. Okay, relocate to Hayes. Yep, I do. That was easy, and then we're going to use it. I think we're there. Let's go ahead and modify my plan slightly. Let's go ahead and go and grab my trailer.
Let's go.
Let's get the thing started. Running. Beast. Kind of looks normal. You don't know that under the skin is an automated 18-speed. Yeah, we might use a manual if this were real life, but I'm good with it being automated. Starts me off in 8th gear, which is crazy. So we may end up manually shifting this just because, depending on the cargo, I'm just going to hooligan it. Oh, it feels performant, shall we say? Oh, my gauges have bombed out. Oh, there we go. They've come back. It's just the light. Huh. There's my trailer right there. I would buy fuel, but I've got plenty. Oh yes, hello trailer. I'm gonna have to kind of fudge it to get it connected back here because look, there's not a lot of room to actually fit my truck there. And if I tried this with a long wheelbase Cummins W900 like Red Thunder, you'd have immediately got damage on your trailer. Let's back it up. Yeah, so we'll go in for the slightly curvy rear. Sounds weird. Slightly curvy rear connection. Obvious joke is not going to be said. Let's drop the ride height. So I can get under the trailer. Let's see if I can make the magic happen. I don't think that's quite where I want to be. Nope. Let's pull it forward. Am I stuck on it? No, maybe, yes. Yeah, I'm definitely stuck on something. Okay. Let's go back here. And then, if we straighten up, give it left lock. I can't. Oh, I'm not quite there. I'm going to jump out of the cabin and just take a look. So I'm using the console mode here. You can maneuver around the truck like you're a spotter. So I'm going to go down here and just look watch as we attempt to, I need a better angle here, attempt to just connect this thing up. Right, so that's probably about as good an angle as I need. Okay, that looks pretty... Okay, it's not quite there. Or am I making a mistake? Oh wow, I'm way out. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Get this thing connected. Just imagine me crawling around under the truck. Now that looks kind of close to where I want to be, so I'm going to give it full right hand lock. We'll just inch it back. No, I'm going to inch it forward. Full left hand lock. So, yeah, now full right hand lock. Okay, that looks close. Surely that would work. Okay, go. Yes, got it. Okay. Folks, that's something you can do with the game if you really want to. If you want to be completely immersive, you can play the part of a spotter, and you can help guide your truck onto the cargo. So let's go ahead and connect things up like that. I'm going to just take a step up and zip down here. We'll take a look. I'm going to raise the the adjustable wheels. So that's going up there nicely. These aren't particularly amazing off-road type tires, but for what I'm going to be carrying, that should be okay. Alright, let's just check my beacon works. Yep, beacon works fine. This mouse is incredibly sensitive. Right, and I even got kind of close to the color matching as well. I've definitely gotten closer. But without the color codes, I think that is good enough. Okay, it's a bit jerky right now, but just my right hand back to where it should be. Let's pump it back up. There we go. And I got to go front and left here, but jump into the map, and we want to go down. Do you reckon Electrovolt's going to have cargo for me? It'd be a real pain to get all the way down there to discover that there's nothing there that I can take. So let's just search in Haze for Electrovolt. And okay, so I've got some cargoes. They're kind of light. Well, it's not really what I was looking for. Let's adjust by weight. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's to Fort Worth, 600 miles with 222,000 pounds. Or a milling machine that's even further. Oh, no, it's not about the same distance. I think we're going to do this one. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and take a short break. Let's go and commit to that first. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to grab myself some more water. I can feel my voice is going. Some more snacks, some more refreshments. I'll be right back. Stay put. And I'm back. What did I miss? Okay, let's see. John C. Pepper. The shade of orange reminds me of the Yellow Trucking Company. Okay, I'm not familiar with the Yellow Trucking Company. There might be a brief pop as I open the drink. It's not an alcoholic beverage. It's far too early on a Sunday for that. So with the hour change yesterday, it's just gone 11:30 or just gone 10:30 or maybe just gone 12:30. I have no idea. And I was up very early today as well. Okay. Right. Let that do its thing. So, just to summarize, we have cunningly agreed to do a 222, I think, £1,000 cargo. And by agreed, we volunteered for it. That's right. So, jump back in the cabin. Let's go ahead and get things set up. Maneuver out of my garage. I'm sure that that'll be fine. Oh yeah, I went to the basic mirrors now. That'll be fun. Let's go ahead and get the windows open. A bit more spatial awareness. That is a long trailer. But with a 600 horsepower Cummins KT under the hood, and they managed to fit it somehow. I don't know how they did it. Probably chucked out some stuff we didn't really need. What could possibly go wrong? Well, there's a few things that could very definitely go wrong. One of which is just leaving the yard. I'm going to go and just put my parking brake on here. Nothing wrong with the truck, I just want to complete filling my drink here. I didn't fill up because I got plenty of fuel, but this is a small fuel tank, so that's something else that's probably going to go wrong. Is actually getting to my destination in one tank. I don't think I can make that happen. Okay, are we ready for this? The transmission's decided it wants me to start off in third now, which makes sense. Get out of here. Okay, so Cummins KT does not have a lot of low-down torque. It has very little low-down torque. It's something like 600 foot-pounds. I don't think that that's going to work. In fact, I'm pretty sure that that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to double back on myself here and just go the other way. Oh no, don't be turning down here. Okay, he's not. I thought that truck would be turning down here. The police car is, and that's probably even worse. And then my driver's tired already. Wow. Just bump up on the curb here. Sorry, tyres. I know I lectured myself earlier on about not doing this. What do I go ahead and do? Well, thankfully everyone's stopped. Let's put my four-ways on. Those wheels still look rather chunky. I'm happy with the look. If that were a thing, I'm happy with the look. Okay, and I've managed to miss everything. Alright. Thanks guys, I appreciate that. I'm going to stop here though, it's a giveaway. It's a stop sign even. But so to foreshadow the rest of the trip, I think that this will be a challenge. Not so much the weight, but just keeping the thing not falling off the road. Close the windows. Visibility in the Macar is reasonable. Having the double stacks. Stop for this Subaru. Having the double stacks. Do I have double stacks here? I do. Why can't I see that from the... Okay, there I am. I was about to say, why can't I see that from the cabin, but it's right there in my face. Okay, let's go. I would rather it didn't start me off in, I think it's third or fourth in that case. But, short of doing it myself, which I may end up doing, we're just going to have to go with the automated for now. Now, I didn't really test the automated that much with excessively huge cargoes. Instruments are not, the reflections not doing what I wanted to do. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I guess I'm just going to wait for it to get dark, which it will. Yeah, so John says it's 11:30 Central. Yes, that's what the clock tells me. But how it feels is just it's that day after the time change. I think the October time change is far worse because you're usually disorientated by that point. What's this car? Oh, it's someone broken down. Should we go and see if they need any help? I think we should. Because I mean, I've got some tools, me, right? Stop here. He's thinking, am I going to stab him? Not that all truckers stab it. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's move around here, and then try not to take out this speed limit sign and get out of everyone's way. So they've got off-road tires. So I mean, obviously, I can do this. I'm gonna have to call an Uber to go and visit with him though afterwards. Dude, seriously, you can go around me. Do they not want to travel? Do they not want to drive anywhere? No, I guess they don't. Okay, I'm going to leave this running. Let's just hop out here. And let's see if this guy needs any help. The hissing is because the suspension key is the same as one of them moving around the thing. Alright, Gov. Sorry, I'm not that short, really. Need a hand? Is everything okay? Oh, it's fine. Oh, yeah, okay, alright. See ya. Wow. Yeah, the look she gave me. Okay. I guess he's waiting patiently for recovery, and now I've got the problem of I'm not the size of something. There we go. Now we've got the problem of turning around, so I'm going to go and use this little oil area here. This tilt world I'm moving off. Yeah, that reflection. It's a big conflict with one of my mods, and I don't know which one it is. I've seen it before, and whatever it was, I removed the mod and it fixed it. I hope I can turn around here. I'm going to rest soon as well. How long have I got? 2 hours. Okay. Oh boy. They want me to turn around in here. This was not going to be the most fun experience ever. Well, let's find out. I mean, how hard can it be, really? I think I know the answer to that question already. It's going to be a pain. Alright, so I'll swing it around here, and then I want to cut it in hard right, straighten up. I can't climb this dirt hill that well, but I can at least get close enough to it. Zip to this view, let's hope that we're going to avoid it. Avoid this thing as well. I know I have a great big bull bar on the front. I think I'm about to hit that JCB. I'm sure of it. Weird how there's a stop sign on here, right? This was a really bad idea, so I'm going to go ahead and cheat. So I'll go up here. I'm just going to use the quick move to point myself back in the direction I want to be. There's no way I could get out of that. That was a mistake. And that is most definitely foreshadowing. Okay. Alright, so let's magic away. We managed to clear the area. It's still moving me off in 4th gear. I really want it to be in a lower gear. Once it gets going, it's fine, but 4 to 7. Can you like maybe move me off in 1st or 2nd? Because 4th is the equivalent of 1st high. I think, yeah, low, 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 1 low, and 1 high. So 1st high or 1 high. Okay, so I offered you help. You girl said you were fine. And looked at me like I was the terrible person. She wasn't fearful, she was just angry I was trying to help. losing the grass? Is that stop sign still on the back of my trailer? No, I managed to lose that, so there's no incriminating evidence. Let's turn back on my beacons, I think. What time is it? It's coming up to 4 PM in the game. Oh, where does this go? I can go this way. Because there's no barrier. That makes life easy. Makes life a lot easier. Not showing us a hidden road in the game, but that's okay. That is completely fine. And the reflection on the instruments has gone better. It's getting towards the evening. So, barrel through here. That's completely fine. People expect trucks to, big orange trucks to barrel through areas. I have used this engine and gearbox combination quite a bit, but never used it in the Mach-R. Managed to do the braking there without breaking anything so far. That's always good. Let's get my windows down. No, I'm going to cut the grass, but okay. Right, let's check in. And did I do one of these? Cargo market. Articulated tractor, 222. It's given me till Monday morning to get there, and it's Saturday afternoon, so that looks like it's realistic. Where do I put it? Just here. Okay. And it's going to turn me around. Okay, wonderful. So not only will the game have me just stop here to get the cargo, it will also magically turn me around. And thank goodness for that, because that would not be fun. Yeah, I've got limited space to turn around. Right, let's go ahead and shut the thing down. Let's do this. I want to make a couple of notes about what we're actually towing today. So I don't think I've recorded that. £222,000. Let's go ahead and get that loaded up. Alright, that took a while. And look at the thing settle down. But I guess they had to load it up and all that jazz. Let's start the thing up, get my beacons on, get my lights on. I have an hour and 30 minutes to get to somewhere to take a break. And I got plenty down here I can go to. In fact, it's on my way. So I'm going to do that. I should be able to get here in an hour and a half. It says it's 4 miles, 13 minutes. So let's go. Right, now it's starting me off in first gear. And we got going. Thanks everyone. Okay, so is it going through each gear individually? No, it's block shifting. It's shifting ratios, and that's great. Which we kind of wanted it to do. We don't want it to just go through every single gear one by one. That would be a pain. Oh, and it's not wanting to move off. Okay, come on. This wouldn't be a good start. There we go. Well, that's a crawler gear. All that noise and no miles per hour. And the reflection on my instruments is just blown up right now. Okay. Well, I don't know what mod's causing that, but I'll come back to that in a little bit. And we're at the governor in 7th. Not going any quicker. Let's try and force it. Okay, that helped. I guess I'm going to switch it to manual mode. I can't see my engine speed. Let's try shifting up. Yeah, I didn't like that. Let's drop it down. See how the whole truck shakes with the torque when I change ratio. So let's just drop it down to. Oh, actually no. Let's keep it in 9th. It's pulling it slowly, but it's going up the hill. I'm good with that. Wow. And now it's picking up speed. Okay, so let's check temperatures under the hood. Oh, it's oh, we shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, this is not kind to a cold engine. I'm not going to take the diversion. I'm just going to go around this way. Let's put it back in automated mode. Okay. So once we get moving, it's okay. But I think if I end up coming to a hill, I might just get trapped on it. I think that would be a pretty disastrous thing. Also, may have missed my stoplight. Stop sign even. Yeah, so, okay, so it is moving off, but wow, if it's taking its time. A lot of wobbling around. Should have let the truck idle for a period of time before we jumped in it and just pulled this incredibly heavy load, but we live and we learn. Let's go back to here. Fastest I've been is 17 so far. We'll be able to get up to speed. I'm going to lift off completely and we're going to coast down to this stop sign. Actually, we're picking up speed. This is my engine brake. Something else you don't want to do with a cold engine because that needs engine oil. Bit of service brake, a lot of service brake, and it takes a bit to stop this beast. Hands up if you knew that. I did. Hands up if you forgot it. Keep your hand up rather. Yeah, that's me as well. Taking this really wide because cut the grass. If this thing gets stuck on a curb, I've got to back it up or shunt it backwards and forwards. That's not going to be fun. Okay, so it's going from 1900 revs to sort of 1400 revs when it shifts gear, and that's what we would expect this engine to do. Though, as the driver, you might decide you're going to shift each gear individually, maybe, or tell the transmission to do that. To set my cruise at this speed, see if it goes up the hill at this rate, and take another drink of water because I'm getting loosed. Okay, it's picking up speed going down the hill, which I probably expect. Let's bit of engine brake here. The KT has a decent engine brake. Oh, it's the Volvo dealership. Okay, I think we'll be fine to stop here, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this enormous trailer. We may have to do some hand waving again. Hand waving is just the whole Jedi Knight trick of, yep, I'm just going to say that we're able to do this. Have I got the space to turn it around? And it should do, right? You would think, but we'll see. Let's switch to the external view here, I think. I'm going to need a bit of additional visibility here to make this happen. So there's no point in me really turning that much right here. I'll turn a little bit to the right, a bit on the service brake, and I want to give it full lock and see if I can get around this corner without impeding either of the trailers on this hazard. Alright, so far. Yeah, it's actually whipsawing. Well, what we mean by whipsawing is it's going from first to third. It should really be going to second, because when it gets in third, the revs are too low for it to be able to keep going. I am going to I'm going to disconnect my cargo. That was a difficult decision. Do I really want to do that? But yes, I think I do. Because I'm not going to be able to get the whole cargo in the space that I've got. I'll take up 2 spots here. It's real selfish of us, but okay. Go ahead and shut that down. And I could wait till 7:45, but I'm just going to go ahead and just take the break here. But all right, let's take a break. It's going to be dark when I set off tomorrow morning. Oh, that's not a good sign. That's rain. Yeah, okay, that's going to make this a challenge. Oh well, we'll gingerly back it up. Let's get the ride height lowered. See if we can get it under without having to get out and get soaking wet. I guess it was always a risk that it was going to rain. Just hoped it wouldn't happen. I don't think we're really where we want to be, but we'll try that or not. I may have to get out and take a look. Let's back it up this way first. Maybe I can still make the magic happen. I'm not really sure that I can make it work. Oh, okay. Fine. I managed. Okay, great. I made it happen. Reset the ride height. Connect the trailer. Beacons on. Lights are on. I think we're good to go. Let the voyage of the orange-yellow truck commence. Why are you moving me off in 3rd gear? No. We need first. Thank you. 1st gear. Thank you. Take this gently, I think, because I've still got to line it up. Yeah, my engine should get up to temperature pretty quickly with pulling all this weight. But we don't want to just assume that it's going to be fine to, like I may have done last night. The visibility is not the best in the wet with the mirrors, but I can use the external view, which is kind of cheating, but okay. Alright, looks like we've cleared it. It wasn't quite as difficult as I thought it would be, but it still was not the easiest of stops to make. So a 10 hours drive, it reckons, to get there, but we're not going to do this in 10 hours. I'm going to stop. Yeah, that took me a while to stop, because this thing has a lot of inertia. I'm going to go ahead and move off before this. Oh, why are you putting me in 1st again? 3rd again, come on. Maybe I need to add hauling 200,000 pounds of cargo to my test profile. It's the 2nd time it moved me off in 3rd gear. It's not a right gear to move me off. Right, let's see if it drops me to 1st. It doesn't. Okay. Right, I give it some power and it drops to... Oh, that's interesting. I give it some power, it drops to 1st. I let go of the power, it puts me right back into 3rd. Okay. Well... I guess the trick is come to a complete halt before moving off. Right, I'm going to go ahead and move out. Oh, I've got white car coming. Lots of cars coming. Let's pick up as well. Okay. Right, red car's turning in. So let's go ahead and move off. Check. Nothing from the right. Okay. See, does it skip a gear? It does. It went from 1st to 3rd. Okay. Well... It's still shifting, missing gears on the as it shifts up. Well, if it doesn't need every individual gear, then okay. And like I say, I didn't test this engine under such extreme circumstances, because I kind of feel like, you know, if you want to do something silly with the truck, then that's entirely up to you. But it's doing okay. Oh, I think I might want to use the whole road here. Yeah, let's go ahead and use my 4-way flashers. I'm going to use the whole road here. Sorry, everyone, for the inconvenience. safely. Four ways off. I think I'm going to just go through the gears manually right now to save myself from excessive revs, I think, whilst the engine's still warming up. There's that weird sign again. Except this time the person on the right is not passing wind. And yes, I know. Let's use my four ways again. There's no one next to me, but thank goodness, because that would crush them. Really clumsily moving around here. The short wheelbase Mac R is a challenge anyway, because it's not that stable. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be changing down, David, come on. I may not get it out of 8th gear climbing this hill, but I certainly don't want to stop. Okay, I'm at full power and I'm bleeding speed. I'm going to drop it down a couple of gears. Look at the amount the front wheels lifted off the ground. Still pulling it, is it? Yeah, it's doing it. It's doing okay, and it's in 6th gear. Let's put it through the gears one by one. Okay, I'm actually happy with that. That did better than I thought it would. My oil, I would say, is up to temperature, and my water will follow in due course. Put it back in automated. I'll look at the temperatures in a little bit, but there's a good chance that we're going to see higher oil and water temperatures, especially the oil, because we're going to be putting a lot of revs on this engine. This is so pretty when the sun comes up. Yeah, it's going to be very, very beautiful. To 75, limited by gearing maybe, but we should better get to 55. Manually tap that cruise control up all the way. It's maybe not in the necessary, the best keeping of what we would be doing here, but okay. Yeah, we're not inconveniencing people too much in rush hour, but the low powered, high powered bike, I suppose, not low powered. If you had to haul 220,000 £, would you really use a short wheelbase Mac? You probably wouldn't, but you might use the Cummins KT. And the fact that we're up to 50 and we're still grinding through those individual gears, even though it's super short, tells me something. I already knew what it was telling me, but it tells me something. Force the gearbox to go into top gear soon. But if it doesn't want to, who am I to tell it what to do if it really doesn't want to? I don't want to be that guy. There's always gearbox. Use the next gear up, sunshine. Use having a laugh if you don't. Yeah, I don't need to do that. Okay. Hey, we hit 55, we're cruising. Right, 1800 revs, 55, let's push it into top. 1500, give or take. And that should give it enough to kind of keep it going. I might tap it up a little bit if we climb a hill. If we descend the hill rather, yes, it's losing speed. Right, let's force it to downshift and get it, put the cruise at 60, see if we'll get there. As far as the top speed of this configuration, it should be able to reach 75. That's at the governor in top gear. Now, would you ever need to go quicker than 75 in a Mac R? Well, if you're asking the question, then you wouldn't get the answer. It has to be yes, but for the purposes of what we're doing today, I do not need to be going quicker than sort of 55. weigh station, but this combination will be very heavy. And the truck's going to be maybe 16,000, 17,000 pounds. The trailer is probably 20-something thousand pounds each, and there are two of them. So call that 60,000 pounds just for the trailer and the truck, and then 220. So 280,000 pounds is my approximate guess. And yeah, that stopping distance is insane, and it changed up at 55. Okay, gonna still let it accelerate out to 60, or try to. Yeah, my fuel consumption is not going to be good. But nobody buys. Oh wow, 90 gallons left, but nobody buys Cummins KT for the mileage. There are my temperatures. My oil's at 201, which is not that bad. My water's 192, so it's coping with the amount of heat. Because Mac say that the R600, the normal Mac car, if you like, for the game, its being recommended power is 400 horsepower. That's for cooling system purposes. My cruise control, because I gotta turn off here, and I'm gonna use engine brake and service brakes because this guy slowed down. Why did you slow down so much, sir? Oh wow. It's just taken me since last Tuesday to get up to speed, and now you've slowed down in front of me, so now I'm snookered again. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it downshift probably all the way down to 12th, or maybe. Shift all the way. Got to pull out in front of this vehicle that's in the right hand lane. He will stop for me, or he will end up as a little smidge on the back of the final trailer, which is all the way back here. Look at that. I'm not saying that this is a long trailer, but there's a good chance that the rear tractor's in a different time zone to the front tractor. And then the little Macar at the front is tiny little fella. Look at all that hood. If that doesn't strike fear into the other truckers that might, then I don't know what does. Okay, it's not a good example because it's just pulling the load. And it just shifted up. And it sounds beautiful when it shifts up. That's how I crash. Thanks, John. That's how I crash. Okay, so we've got just over half a tank of diesel left. Let's check what's the actual amount. 77 gallons. Yeah, okay. 140 gallon tank, and if we're getting 3 miles per gallon, let's assume we're getting 3. So that's way more than a full tank to do the 600 miles. What's my distance left? 500 miles. I've covered 100 miles. Yeah, I need 600. 200 gallons, give or take, to cover the trip. So that's a full tank and half a tank again. Well, the good news is I just got to stop once for fuel. That's good. But the bad news is I've got to stop once for fuel, and I can't stop right now. I'm only going to get the tank a little lower. But I don't have to run it out all the way. And so we're cruising. Now we're just going down a hill. Okay, that's fair enough. Temperatures are still 200 on the oil and 192 I thought I saw for the coolant. I do have a coolant temperature gauge on the dashboard. It's just a little difficult to see what exactly that is. Let's look at the longer map. Yeah, we've got a decent time to cruise, so kick back, put on a podcast or something in the radio cassette, or do I have a radio cassette here? Pop my earbuds in then, because I got nothing. Wow. Okay, that's... I guess you'd be amused by the sound of the KT, but the 600 miles of the KT, you're going to need an air defender. That's okay. My observations will, I'm sure, keep everyone entertained. That's slightly sarcastic. and my game performance just has improved. So it happened 4 or 5 years ago, but does anyone remember when games started coming out to the market with DX12 support as opposed to DX11? And one of the big observations, the difference between the technologies, the APIs, was that DX11 generally is as smooth as it's ever going to be once you start the game. So you start the game, if you get frame rate stuttering and 45 to 85 frames a second, that's probably what you're always going to get when you play the game, unless you change the hardware or do some optimization on your graphics and your CPU and everything else. As I understand, DX11, I think it will recognize 2 CPU cores, but only one can drive the primary graphics. Now, I may be wrong there. It may be that both can drive the primary graphics, but it kind of predates today's, I've got a 6-core CPU, is that enough for gaming? Yes, it should be enough, because you've actually got 6 real cores and 6 virtual cores. Although that may be going away. Let's put my cruise down to 60. The speed limit has just dropped to 60. So DX12, however, yep, that allows for multi-core processors. Specifically, the API is, I believe, multi-threaded, or can work with multiple threads. It may be up to the developer to put that in place, and it may be done for them. They just have to give the API, hey, these are the graphics cores, make the magic happen. And I am not familiar with which way it goes. But either way, ATS is merge. I didn't need to. Is reckoned to be moving to the DX12 platform at the next update, which is 1.5. We don't know when that's going to be, but the SCS is showing off changes to the California map that they're making. San Francisco looks absolutely stunning if you've seen it. And if you haven't and you play ATS, there's a little advert for it when you launch the game. You can click on the link, it takes you to your web browser. Keeps the game running, takes you to your web browser, and in there you can look at some of the pictures, and yeah, San Francisco looks really pretty. With 1.5 rumoured to be switching to DX12, I don't know how solid that rumour is, if it's absolutely set in stone it is DX12, or if they're doing something else with their Prism 3D game engine that this game's built on. My limit drops to 20, I don't think it does. I guess it does. I'm going to get a speeding ticket then. Maybe it doesn't. Well, it didn't for me. How about that? Yes, so I reckon we're moving to DX12. Multi-threaded CPU support. So we have the potential for removing a fairly big performance bottleneck from the game, and that is its single thread performance on your CPU. So that's fantastic news if you have a powerful system with multiple cores, which I dare say probably every gamer who has a desktop computer probably does. Now it may only be a quad-core CPU and it may or may not have hyper-threading, but that should be capable of running this game great. Probably running it better than this KT is pulling this load up this hill, but I digress. But one of the issues with DX12, and I'm going back to the point of my little dialogue here, one of the issues with DX12, and it was more obvious when the technology first came out, was during this first few seconds or minutes, depending on who you talked to, it was probably minutes. First few minutes playing a game, launching a new title, $2 for a toll, wow. The game's performance was not great, it was stuttery, and that's because the game engine was capable of loading stuff in the background. And so that's what developers did, or that's what the API did. You launch your environment, and as you, maybe in the case of trucking game, as you're driving along, it might take maybe a minute to load other vehicles, other textures, other stuff in the background. Here comes a way station. Okay, get on that engine brake pretty sharpish. Aggressively downshift it because I need some braking effort here. So the advantage there is you can get into your game that much sooner because it's going to load the priority assets as quick as it can, and the other stuff's going to take a little bit longer, does it, in the background? Well, of course, whilst it's loading, that's an additional drain on the system's resource. So you're going to see it not perform its best the opening few minutes, or maybe it's just seconds of playing the game. This reflection's getting to be quite annoying. Alright, I reckon 280,000 pounds. We're about to find out. I think I'm speeding the limit's 5 miles an hour here. There we go, there's 5 miles an hour. There's a bit of stop. Okay, I will stop. My fuel's getting low as well. Okay. Alright, let's see. Pass the inspection, press enter or X, blah blah blah. 283,000 pounds. Wow, it's like I've driven this truck before. Okay, thanks everyone. I bet we'll be getting some raised eyebrows bringing this combination through this weighbridge. But hey, it's fine. I've got a permit. I don't know which state official or state officials gave me that permit. But thank you for the permit. I appreciate it, guys. Now, do I want to stop for fuel up here? I mean, I've just gotten stopped. Wow, it's downshifting already. Let's check the map. Let's lose a bit of immersion for a second. Yeah, Oklahoma City. That's a big truck stop here that would do. But beyond that, I think I do want to stop here. I think it's probably safest, and either of these will do. Now it might be easier to turn left. Gives me a bit more space, maybe. Yes, I think I'm going to go to this service stop here. Okay. Turning left, I've got a lot more road space to do what I need to do, and I need it with this enormous cargo. Okay. Yeah, and I'm turning right off up here, so I don't spend the next 3 days getting back up to speed, just to end up having to stop again. So let's go ahead and tell people where we're going. Get off the power, I think. I don't need to stress the engine so much. Just check my temperatures because okay, cool down a little bit. That's fine. What was the mileage showing there? I didn't catch that. 3.5. That's actually not bad, all things considered, what we're doing today. Oh no. Did you have a wreck? Did somebody have a collision? Can I even see what's going on? Okay. It looks like we've got some damaged tyres here. This might ruin my trip, but let's just go here. What's happened? Yeah, it looks like he's got a puncture. I'm going to go ahead and cut out to here. We'll just look at my mods and see if there's something that might obviously be causing that, that reflection issue. Another important benefit here is when I jump back in the game, that truck will have gone. So a little bit of, I'm not quite sure what you call it, but a little bit of hand wavy. There you go. I do not know what would be causing that reflection issue. I really don't know what might be causing that. There's nothing obvious. One of these trucks will probably have introduced it. Well, okay. I don't think I have a Kenworth K100 in my garage, and I don't think I have a 359 the FLX 359. I don't have a corporation truck. Actually, I might have a 359. Alright, let's do that. What we're doing here, if you play the game, mods are wonderful, but they can sometimes cause conflicts. And I may or may not have ranted about this before. I'm also kind of guilty of it in a small way as well. So, glass houses throwing stones. But if you are designing a mod, and let's say it's an engine pack, you don't want to be playing around with engine physics. You don't want to be changing around how quickly the gearboxes change. So you just, here's your engine, off you go. If you're designing a physics mod and your notes say, hey, changes the simulated weight of the cabin, changes the speed of turning the wheels. If it's going to change the grip or friction, then absolutely let people know. But if it doesn't say that, then maybe don't do it. Oh no. I just cancelled my job. Well, that sucks. That's disappointing. There will now be a moment of frustration from me as I realize that I caused this. It was completely avoidable. It was just for the sake of a reflection, which is still doing it. I didn't fix it, and now I've probably busted my truck up. Oh, okay. So, okay. My reflection is still terrible. That's not good. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to switch tack then. Let's see if we can fix this reflection issue. So, what trucks do I have? I have a 359. I've got an FLB Escort. Alright, let's go ahead and sell my 359. So I'm least attached to that. I've had it the least amount of time. What if I... No, I don't need to sell it. What I can do is remove the mod and see if that changes the reflection. And if it does, it likely means that the FLX Peterbilt 359 has a change with reflections or how the lighting's working in the game. And that feels a little naughty. I enjoy the truck, but it doesn't say it does that in the instructions, and it impacts other mods, and it's very hard to track down what's actually causing the issue. So that's, like, you know, maybe the notes can say, hey, I had to tweak the reflections to get the glass to work properly, but it's a global change and every other truck suffers from it too. Sometimes you can change the mod order to resolve that. You put that particular truck towards the bottom of the list, which I think it actually was. No, so it will, another truck can override those settings, but if those settings aren't touched, so let's say if the Macar doesn't touch the reflections of the game, doesn't matter where you put it in the list, the one mod that does touch it, the last one to touch it, those settings are basically stick. So yeah, that's my little bit of frustration sometimes with mods that don't exactly do what they say. And yeah, John, it's like, dang, did I need to do that? I guess I didn't, but I still did, and it sucks to be me. But let's see if this fixed the issue with the reflection. It was also a useful trip in the KT. I think it was a good demonstration. Right. Oh wow, it's just as bad. Okay, so it wasn't the FLX. What else could it be? Is it possible it's the wheels? I can't imagine that it's the wheels, but it might be the FLB. Well, let's go on and remove the FLB, I think. I don't think it logically it would be a truck, surely. I removed the corporation truck as well, didn't I? Logically it's going to be a truck, but if I remove that, let's go ahead and remove the Scott and the Superliner whilst I'm here. As if I just get it to work how I want it to, then that's fine. I mean, it could be my cargo, maybe? Yep, John. Yeah, that was most definitely an oops moment. Utterly avoidable, but oh well. Let's go back into the game. Guess what I'm doing here is I'm showcasing how you can try and diagnose. Oh, click continue. Try and diagnose an issue with the game just by removing stuff to see if it helps. And then when you find what it is, you can narrow that down. Okay. So I'm going to choose a new city. Awkward pause in the first date, that's right. Okay, yep, we know. Go back into Enid, that's fine. Alright, jump back in the game, let's take a look. Lot of waiting around. Well, it didn't fix my issue with the reflection and it's damaged this again. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a single because I'm going to remove the double trailer, I think. We're going to go with a 45 feet, I think. Like so. Yep, that's good. Works for me. Confirm that order. Got a refund there, which is nice. It's not damaged. There's a bit of wear and tear, but that's fine. I suppose I'll take the wheels off. Just put the whoops, wrong one. Just put the thing on standard wheels, and that'd be fine. I'm not going to pout about it. Honest. Okay, I'm completely going to pout about it, but fine. Right, so, and I guess we really want to. Well, I tell you what we'll do. We'll come back and do those in just a little bit. Oh, I could put it on shadow wheels. It kind of looks weird. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's put this on Steele Advanced. I could just use Steele, but we'll go with Steele Advanced. Do that, and then the same one here. Now we got to change this to be shadow. We just left this party, right? Shadow for both of those, and then tires. So it put me on dynamics, which it's fine. It doesn't matter. I guess we'll go with Vortex because they sound the coolest, maybe. The most expensive, therefore they're the best, right? Alright, so it's done that. Confirm that. So now we can remove... I don't want to remove the double cargo weight. But we go back here, go back to settings. Oops. Like so. Give it a little bit of time. Go back to here. So double low boys we're going to remove, but we're going to keep the double payload, the double cargo. And Smarties wheel pack, which again I can't see that as really changing it, but maybe Smarty has changed some of the reflections. But I guess I'm going to add the other trucks here because they didn't cause the issue. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and configure that, so I'll be right back. Alright, well I'm going to take a short break, take another comfort break, so I'll jump back in here and let everyone know I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that delay. That was a minor medical emergency. So everything's good now. We can get to mopping up the blood later. Okay, bit of a scare, but everything's fine. Right. So we were diagnosing mods that weren't working. Let's see if this has made any difference. I'm not feeling the most optimistic, but I might be alright. Let's see. John has just Discord messaged me, the Yellow Trucking Company. Okay, that's yeah, that's right. That's like they're called Yellow, but it's an orange truck. That's kind of weird. This shouldn't damage my truck. Let's see. The same issue with the reflection. What's going on? Alright, if you're just joining, I'm looking at the mods I've got installed to try and figure out what's causing the great big white dials in the Mac R. It's not an issue I normally suffer from, but it's pretty hard to track down. And I'm running out of trucks that I can try. None of these made a difference, so I think I can go ahead and add those back in, which is going to be good. So I think I'll add the trucks in and just take a look at what else might be going on. Very strange. Okay. The FLX is back. The Smarties wheel pack, that wasn't causing the issue. The Corporation truck wasn't causing the issue. That can go back down here. The Kenworth K100, not causing the issue. Double low boys wasn't, so I guess I'll put that back in because that's always fun to hoon around with. It might be the double weight thing. I'll go ahead and remove that. I'm running out of options here. So I'll go back here. Preference is to put mod trucks towards the bottom of the list. At least that seems to be where they cause the least issues. Well, usually. Would it be strange if it was the weight? Double weight? I'll remove the dashboards. I don't think that would cause it because they don't impact the Mac R, but they might. So if I remove all these, I've taken 4 out, and if the reflections have gone, then one of those mods is probably what's causing the issue, or sometimes the way that 2 mods interact. So let's see what happens. This time I'll actually load the game. I didn't last time. Okay, so give it a second. Not the most exciting part of the stream, I have to say, having seen this loading screen. And yes, John, you're absolutely right. That orange is very much Yellow Trucking Company. I wonder if I can find the color codes for that and make the Mac. In fact, there might even be a theme in the workshop for it. Yep, part back at Enid, and I suspect there'll be no difference, but we'll try it. Devil's Tower Trading Post. That is so bizarre. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, all my efforts have not fixed it. So, do I have anything left to try? We'll give this one last go. But I'm running out of options, I think. don't think it's this. Don't think it's the mega pack. Shouldn't be. Okay, doesn't affect it. Wrote it myself. Doesn't affect it. Wrote it myself. Doesn't. Same for this one. Doesn't affect it. Wrote it myself. May or may not affect it. Don't see how it would. Shouldn't affect it. There's just like what's left. The transmission ones shouldn't cause it, so I don't know what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and put these back. I miss them when they're not there, let's just say. The improved dashboard, very nice, especially the one for the W900. You don't get much with the Kenworths as standard, so it's nice to have all that extra stuff. Yeah, I really don't know what could be causing this. There's not that much left kicking around, so well, so right now I'll unsubscribe from this. It shouldn't cause an issue whatsoever, but I'm not using it, so we'll do that. Right, well, we'll jump back in and see if that fixes it, and if not, we may look to grab another truck and just cope with, because those distractions are just frustrating. Can't see my instruments. Oh yeah, watching this thing slowly move across the screen. I hope you didn't hear me drink all that water then. Okay, right. This won't have fixed it, so we'll jump in. It'll be fine. It's taking its time, but it'll be fine. Okay, yep, didn't fix it. Not a surprise. What I'm going to do right now, though, is this color orange. Can I save it? Oh, I can't. No, okay. Next best thing, I can save the trailer color and save that as a preset and then use that again. So let's go back to here. There's that one. Save color as preset. There we go. So now, if I feel like using this color again, which I think I'm going to, we can do something with this. I want to just mod this thing back. So R100, single lights. Oh, sleeper. No, don't want a sleeper. Let's do day cab. It's gone for the short option. That's fine. So we're going to go with a much smaller engine. Let's throw in 365 Big Cam. Guess we'll go with a Mac transmission this time, because I don't think no, let's actually go with maybe a 10 speed like I started out with. That's that. Don't think we need anything else, so maybe I'll go with the cabin deflector like so. I tend to go with the heavy or the stock as opposed to the custom, but we'll go with the custom just because. And I guess yeah, I think I prefer the black interior with the old school steering wheel, like so. Okay, quick and dirty. Let's change that around. I'm not going to be using the truck either way. I'm going to do. Oh, look at that! It's fixed it. Huh. Well, that's weird. Or has the hour changed? That's just so flaming weird. Hey, Daniel. Daniel, I've just spent like 20 minutes diagnosing a problem that just went away by itself. I have no idea what caused. Oh, was it my trailer? I have no idea what caused it. I dismissed the trailer. What if I re-add the trailer back to it? These and other helpful hints, right? No, I have still got the trailer. What? I did what? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try another external double cargo trip because, hey, I can. 2x. No, not it's not heavy enough. I want something heavy, and I'm gonna have to change my engine around, and that's fine. But goodness me, what went wrong there? That was so bizarre. And not many extra cargo weights here. It doesn't look like. Wow, not many at all. Okay, I want to So, folks, what's happened is the issue we had just went away by itself. Bizarrely. Very bizarre. I guess I removed parts, maybe, but I don't know what on earth happened. So I'm going to go back to testing this thing out. You know what? I'm not. Let's stick with my original plan, which was just to change the truck and drive something different. Okay. Truck manager, what else have we got? So I kept the 359, I got the FLB and the Scott. Let's look at the FLX 359 again. This is a nice truck. I've configured this to be a bit of a fleet spec. So we've got the whole steel wheels and aluminium or aluminum bits and pieces kicking around rather than the whole chromed up look. But that is not as bright as I thought it would be. But I can at least put the KT in here though. It comes with KTs, but here's my KT. I don't know though. Not feeling it for the FLX. Quite like the FLX, it's like a Caterpillar. I think that was a Caterpillar with an auto I was playing around with. Oh, the Superliner. That would work with a KT. Certainly big enough. And this one as well, the Scott. The FLB, yep, it'll take it, but I don't think I need. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in the Superliner. It's been a while since I've driven the Superliner. Wonder what I was trying to use. Okay, probably an engine. Let's go here. Let's go a little different for this one. Let's use the 450. It's the KT of the range that you probably wouldn't really want to use. I don't know why you would necessarily choose this, because you don't benefit so much from the extra power. It's only 450 horsepower. I guess we'll go with there's this orange. If I really want to shock people, they'll see me a mile off. And then there's this one that's a little kinder to the eyes. Let's go with that one. Right, so we're going to use a 450 KT and what gearbox have I got? An auto. No, I don't think I want to do that. That would be a little unkind. What have we got here? What can we use? Have I got the 9-speed in here? I've got the 13-speed, okay. And 18-speed. Alright, well, we'll go with the 12, I think. Hey Ian. Let's go here. So Superliner. I think it's that. What I want to hold with this. So KT is a 450. What is it? 1355? I think. Yep. Oh, it's like I should know really. 450. 1355. I'm just entering this into my data sheet because hey, I can. So it's a 12-speed Mac transmission with a 385 final drive. That's what I'm feeling right now. Might go a little shorter though. Maybe a 411. Even the 450 needs revs to perform. Yeah, I'll go with that one. That's a little shorter than the box I was using before. Not entirely feeling the color here, but do I have an alternative, a better alternative? Well, lots of alternatives, but Freedom Edition. The old school's nice. Goggles for 56 has done some great paint jobs. Maybe I'll just go with a dark green, maybe. Yep, that'll do. I like that. That's good enough for me. We're not going to be doing heavy hull with this package. We'll be doing standard hull, and I think a dark interior. I don't have a green interior, and the exclusive, or the I'll go with the standard, I think. Again, I want the old school wheel. Much prefer the old school wheel. I think that's the real dimensions, which is enormous, or the one that the mod developer gets you to go with. 77 spec. We want a newer one. Sleeper with filters. That's a slightly more modern one. This one. Okay, we'll go with that. It's a little bit more modern. It's not that different really. Okay, I think I've messed around enough with this. I'm happy with that. I got my GPS, got my computer up here. Okay, let's go with that. So we will drive it like so. Give it a second. So Daniel and Ian, the purpose of this live stream was because I could, and I pushed, I would say enormous, it's about 20 engines into the Steele Production Engine Pack earlier today, in my day today, and that's the Cummins L10, the Cummins NTC Big Cam, and the Cummins KT. So this live stream is because I'm able to just play around with it today. I wanted just to showcase it. It hasn't entirely gone to plan, but then when did my trips ever go to plan if I'm convoying or live streaming? Let's take a look at this Mac. Come on. Come on. Something is working my machine hard. I wonder if there's a conflict going on under the scenes. I am a fan of this truck. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not getting any horn sounds. I'm getting switch sounds, but no indicator sounds. Okay. All right. Something has most definitely broken in the game. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. Let's do one quick run for the purposes of playing around with the KT, because I think oh, hello, that looks good. This one looks nice as well. Oh, we like that. I think what I want to do, actually, let's go and visit Steele, the site, and I can show everyone, hey, if you feel like grabbing a cargo from a destination, but you want to customize it. So this is down as a double, 59,000 something pounds. Fantastic. This is down as a single, but what if we could take these scrap metals a little further? I quite like the idea of doing that. What if we take that, but if you can customize the load? So go back to here. I'm going to get my lights on for safety. That's a nod towards Jeff Favanon. If you've ever watched his videos, if you like ATS, he's got some great videos on there. He's got a really nice setup too. Other YouTube streamers are also available. I just turn the engine off, you numpty. Try that again, shall we? Okay. If you're a Mac purist and you've already spotted the gold bulldog on the hood and you're mad because I'm not using a Mac powertrain, I'm sorry. We're using a KT, so you can breathe my 19-litre exhaust fumes. Please don't breathe my 19-litre exhaust fumes. That would not be very good for anyone's health.
Turn right.
Yeah, I'm not getting any indicator sounds. All right. I guess I broke something in my game. I'll fix that. Possibly the order of mods. So, okay, so what's under the hood right now is this enormous 19-litre engine. It's not exactly highly stressed. It's only 450 horsepower rated, but more relevant is the fact that its torque is just 1355 foot-pounds. The ISX 12, the 2013 I think, or 2017 model that comes with the game, that has about the same torque. It's got a bit less power. It's got the same torque. But this is not a very stressed engine. It should last an awful long time. Oh, and my boy cat has just appeared in the room. He may be about to cause mischief and calamity. Hey, kiddo. Just looks at me, judges me. Right. Benefit of going here is when you go to a depot and you haven't booked a trip, you can go ahead and click on the X to take a look at what's in there. Go to the freight market and you have a bunch of trips. Okay, so yard trucks, iron pipes, and square tubing. Now that's not a trip I want to do today. It's 1600 miles, a bit long for a live stream. Iron pipes, 250 miles. Okay, doesn't seem so bad. But look here, you've got this little cog or setting symbol there. If you click on there, you can customize how you take your load. So it's set up for doubles. I got to shake some pills. This cat is going to destroy something. That gets his attention much more effectively than me getting up there and giving him a piece of my mind. He's going to look at me like, what? What are you going to do about it? So if I try this, actually let's go with this one because it's got that barrier. It might stop them from coming through the cabin. I could do a little the Sandy appreciation cargo up here, the little short one. We'll go with a flatbed. Let's see how much does that weigh. So that is only £47,000. I am going to have to go and collect a cat from a window. Hermes, don't make me beat you. I'd never beat him. He doesn't know that though. Alright, so that was £47,000 and I just escaped out of it because I'm a numpty. Let's try reconfiguring that one more time. Flatbed double. Was it 54, is it, I think? 57. Well, I'm going to go with the heavy cargo here because, hey, who doesn't want to haul more pipes? Well, I mean, you probably wouldn't if you're paying for the fuel and not getting the benefit from it, but in this case, so it's an urgent delivery. That might be a challenge because I'm going to keep the speed up. Well, let's try it. What if I pop in and get my truck re-rated on the way? No, we'll stick with the 450. Okay. Yeah, it's a KT, so it doesn't have that much clutch engagement torque, which we know and we love about the engines, and that's all good and fun. And there's my cargo over here. But it does mean that the game in automated mode will sometimes just have you moving off in too high a gear. I'm going to go ahead and switch to manual mode. Sequential manual here, not a shifter. I don't have a steering wheel and pedals. And I've tried and they're great and all, but I use my desk and I share my desk with my wonderful lady wife, and she's got to use it for like work stuff, and I don't think she can complete a lot of project work with a steering wheel. It'd be fun to say, hey, what you do is you turn the wheel and the keyboard alternates the different letters, like the old iPods, if you remember those. And then when you found the pedal you want, the character you want, you go ahead and push the go button pedal. Yeah, I don't really see that working. Just like me not backing up correctly into this doubles. It's alright guys, it's an urgent delivery, there's no desperation to get there as soon as we can. That's better, hopefully. Got it. And stalled it. Great. Okay, restart the engine. It's hard to stall it when you use an automated, but as you've just seen, it's most definitely not impossible. That's got my ride height where it should be. Did I connect it? I guess I did. Let's just check here. Are we all good? I'm going to give it a quick tug test because I don't know that I've connected it. So trailer brake on. Give it power. Yep, I would say it's passing. And then let it go. Okay. Oh yeah, this feels pretty heavy. Alright, and of course not forgetting I'm changing gear myself. All that. Skip another gear. Get up through the gears. Like so. Yeah, this does feel pretty heavy. I didn't like that. Okay. I may have to go through the gears one by one. I've been through worse. So this rated version of the KT produces its peak torque a little lower than the 525 and 1650 engines. I think its peak torque is 1400 RPM as opposed to 1600 RPM. It does make a difference. Now there are some reasons why you might choose a 450 horsepower KT versus, say, the 444 horsepower Cummins NTC Big Cam. And the first one is because you can. The next reason might be maybe you want to re-rate the engine at some point in your time with it. And if that's the case, you can re-rate the 450, presumably much better than you can the NTC. The NTC was available, the information I've got shows it was available up to 475. That's the twin turbo, and that's presumably a different mechanical specification to the 444. Okay, I'm struggling a little bit to get this thing going. There we go. So maybe if you think the truck that you're using, you only need 450 horsepower right now, but you're going to need more later, that's another reason why you would do it. Another reason is how good the engine brake is. The bigger the engine, the more powerful the engine brake. So if you've got to do a lot of mountain climbs, you may not particularly feel the need for all that extra power, especially if you're buying the truck from an employee or maybe someone you think is going to excessively use the power. So you derated to 450, but you benefit from that enormous, great big engine brake holding you back on the hills, and that's a reason. Why wouldn't you get the KT versus the NTC? Well, the simple reason being it's going to use a truckload of diesel. It's also going to, ruin the handling, if that makes a difference. It's a very heavy engine. And its power to weight ratio will be quite a bit lower than the NTC. It may be more reliable. Yeah, I switched back to automated mode. I struggle to talk and change gear at the same time. I'm not so used to it. And sad but true facts. I've gone from having almost exclusively manual cars, good grief, 1 mile per gallon climbing this hill, to an automatic, and that's almost everything I've driven. Everything I've driven in the last, since I immigrated here, has been an automatic. Can I still drive a manual? Yeah. Will I be rusty? Yeah. Would I be as smooth as I was back in my day? Nope. But I'd get there. And that is, of course, a reason why I would pick up a Mustang if it were a manual, because clearly I need the practice. Yeah. Maybe saying clearly I need the practice, Your Honor. That's why I was speeding. We'll see. I'm going to let this thing gradually accelerate up to 65 by using the cruise control. And we'll see if it's able to actually get up to that speed. Yeah, the Mackie Colladine hood is completely wrong. It should change that along with the gold So that's on me. I should have taken care of that, and I didn't. Well, I mean, it's actually coping pretty good with this heavy cargo. What time is it in the game? It's 11 in the morning on a Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and turn my lights off. We don't want to be safe right now, Jeff. Okay, actually it's not Jeff's expression. I think they get it. It's a Walmart. It's on the back of the Walmart trucks. Lights on for safety, and maybe that's why. That's my fuel state. Fuel is almost full. Okay, and I'm veering all over the road. This is that earlier on in the stream. This is the truck stop I said I really should plan to visit, and I never went back, but now I could. But I'm not, because I have a full tank of fuel. Nearly a full tank of fuel. Can I go any faster? Sure I can. Do I want to try and go faster? Maybe. Is it going to burn through fuel so quickly and I'm not going to know if I can get there without stopping for fuel? I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't think so. I mean, it'll do 75, maybe a little bit more before it hits the governor. This one might be 80 with a 411. But I gotta stop at the end of it. And even with an enormous gripping engine brake, I think I'm gonna struggle. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick to 65. I'm wrecked in this stream, but I don't want to start. Thoroughly weird issue with the Macar and the reflections on the screen. I don't know what it was that changed. Could it have been the heavy bumper up front? I should probably do some investigation with that. But not today. Quick update on the boy cat. His name is Hermes. Actually, his name is Hermes Amadeus. And he decided he was going to... Whoa, oh boy, oh crap. Okay, I didn't wreck. I did not wreck. Everything's fine. I'm just going to go and take my pants to the nearest dry cleaner to remove that extremely big skid, because what else caused that skid sound? I think it says something that the game is good enough that felt like a near miss. I think the boy's gonna let me out. Stick my arm out and wave. You let me out, please, maybe? Okay, thanks. Probably not automatic Mustang anyway. Okay, so that's the reason why you would pay attention when you're driving. This is really... I have to... Okay, I could keep going actually to Burlington and then cut south, I suppose. There's also another alternative here, I think. I think I'll take that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I could just... I'm guessing that someone's dropped a lot of pipes on the off-ramp. Oh, it's sand. Okay. Someone tipped over. Don't know quite how they managed to do that. They tipped over the wrong way around. But hey, I'm glad that everyone's okay. There's no ambulance there. Just a bunch of sand. The hardest thing for me was the fact that they ran in the back of it. We survived. We did great. No one was hurt. Just some flat spots on the tires. I'm also very aware I just said, hey, I haven't wrecked so far. Yeah, me and my big mouth. Way to go, David. Let's see, does it recognize it wants me to... Okay, it doesn't necessarily want me to turn off here. But I'm going to take the turning. I'm going to make my own route. I'm going to exit here and cut through the city. There may be a very good reason why it doesn't want me to do that, and I may be able to find it. I'm guessing I've never done this before let's find out.
Turn left.
Wow, it's kind of it's keen to rev, but it's a little jerky. So halt. There's a car from the left I saw. We'll inch it forward. Can't see much over the bridge. I'm nearly stalling as well. I'm in the lowest gear. Guess that car turned off. I can't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I'm signaling, but I can't hear it even if I am. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling the weight. I'm pulling off from up that gradient. Okay, but once we're on the move, it's a whole different kettle of fish. It just needs to get over that flat spot. Which, if you've driven around Texas, the flat spot feels like the size of the Panhandle. When you come in from Colorado, you're like, oh, we're in Texas. Yeah, we nearly a day to get to Dallas. If you want to go to Houston or the South Coast, you're like a whole day up the road. That's a long drive. So yeah, the Texas Panhandle. That's the size of this flat absence of torque at the lower revs in the KT. But that's by design, and that's the way I made it, because that's the way they appear to run. Oh, thanks for that. Let's brake firmly for this. So we're going to have to take this in to get his brakes replaced. And I don't know if he's got discs or drums, but they're going to be pretty hot now. I guess I could even, I don't even see it. There it is, okay. If you want to notch up the realism in the game, you can get the realistic train length mod. There are a few of them out there. I've used one before, and it's actually linked to a bunch of my videos. Those, you can make those trains like a couple of miles long. Now they're a little hard on the CPU, but okay, they're a lot hard on the CPU in the game. I think it has to render and process and do all it has to do for those. But you can spend 15 minutes waiting at game time, waiting at the railway crossing or rolling road crossing. I don't know what they're called in American. So, I mean, you literally can just turn the engine off, open your windows, put your feet up. Depending what you're into, grab a magazine of your preference and flick through the pages, because you ain't going nowhere, kid. Right, after this red Mustang, I'm going to inch out. Good grief. There's that flat spot again. And then we're over it. Dallas, on the way to Houston. That's the analogy of the Texas Panhandle size flat spot. And we nearly hit the utility pole. I've got a bunch of spares, don't get me wrong. Well, they're iron pipes.
Turn right.
Yeah. There's no doubting that this feels like a heavy load. Hey, my other cat's come into the room. She will obviously be hungry because it's been more than 12 seconds since the last time she was fed, but I think she's good for now. She's probably going to disturb the boy cat. They're not siblings, but they behave like siblings. So, I mean, why would they cooperate unless there's no one around? They don't know about our security camera, right? Okay. Well, this has been a bit more of an eventful trip than I thought it would be, and for the wrong reasons, really. I haven't crashed third person yet, but I've had a near miss with some stationary traffic that was completely avoidable. I just didn't avoid it. Or I did avoid it, but through emergency action and not through planning, like you would if you were driving this thing for real. We've had an unusual reflection that I somehow managed to fix by just going back in and out of the truck multiple times. That was a very exciting 20 minutes for all my viewers. And we decided to haul a 220,000 pound load, but in order to try and fix the reflection, I ended up removing a mod that caused the navigation data to change, and that in itself caused the game to cancel the job and put me back at the nearest depot, nearest city. So, what have we actually accomplished today? Well, we've shown off some of the engines. Yeah, the L10 and the KT. Less of the Big Cam, but that they will follow in the days to follow, I'm sure. In the coming days, we've got some videos. I release videos on a Tuesday and Thursday at 7 AM Central, and I'm showing off the KT and the L10, I believe, in the coming days. And I also say, hey, this engine might be out by the time you're watching this. I don't record my videos the day before. Generally, I have to look at things like a bit of a lead time, and you can tell when you might be preparing to drop an engine. I can tell them. I don't have a planned schedule for these. It's whenever I get them done. But when I'm conducting tests on the engines and everything seems to be just great, there's no glitches, there's no issues. So when that happens, you know what, do I push it out this weekend? Do I leave it till the end of the week? Yeah, let's just get it done. So I did. And then the live stream was because I could, and so I did. Trip economy of just 3.4 miles per gallon kind of tells me that this is a thirsty, this is a hungry boy. This engine likes to drink, and we know it likes to drink. None of the older engines are especially refined, any efficient, I should say. They are compared with modern stuff based on the size, but the fact that they need revs and the simulation engine in the game, it really wants you to cruise with lower engine speeds, and that's probably true in real life as well. So, like right now, I'm cruising at 1750 revs at 65. That's burning through the fuel. It's not right now, I'm going down a hill, but as we hit the flat ground, right, so instantaneous mileage, well, I guess it's accelerating, 5.7, 5.3, and now we're climbing a hill, so it's going to drop. And climbing that hill, it drops to 3.4 miles per gallon. Yep. Every time you accelerate in this gear, you'll be getting about 3.4 miles per gallon. Stuff in the distance. Yeah, see that truck just appeared on the bridge. I'm hoping that DX12 will, it might not improve that directly, but it might give the more powerful machine, I'm speeding, it might give the more powerful machines the ability to run a greater distance with much less of a performance hit. And if that's the case, the effect will be, it'll significantly improve how well things run. I have to brake pretty firmly again. I reduced my brake sensitivity, and boy, can you tell. Okay, this tanker didn't stop, that's good. Taking me to the governor. Hit resume on cruise, I think it's going to be 50, okay. Manually telling cruise going to be back up to 65, I think, not 75. It's left 84 miles. I'm being harassed by girl cat. Really, girl? I don't want you to keep doing this for the next 20 minutes. I will feed you, I'm just in the middle of something, kiddo. I don't think she cares. But if my stream suddenly stops, it's because she's either bitten me or bitten a wire. Oh, I'm sure that'll be fine. Oh, I haven't been down this road. Where am I? Okay. I guess I haven't been back the other way up this road because this direction seems to be... Hey, don't do that, girl. Really? I'm not saying that she's stubborn, but when she's deciding that it's time to be fed, yeah, there's just no stopping that really. I really don't want to pause the stream for a 47th time. Take care of a stubborn cat. Three hours before I gotta take a break, but we'll be there in just over an hour, so I'm good with that. Wish my horn worked. This kind of merits a me me. So I think I showcased my settings at the beginning. I did showcase my settings at the beginning of the game, and I set this up to my preference. I like to feel the road. I like to have the roads not be particularly smooth. And some states I've driven through, the roads are definitely much better than others. But when you have a heavy load and you turn up how sensitive or how many bumps there are on the road, you get a better feeling that it's kind of wallowing quite a bit. I also make the suspension softer than the default and turn down the stability. And the reason for that is, you know, if you crank it up the whole way, you can treat these things like a car or like a sports car. But if you turn them down, you have to have more of an appreciation for the cargo weight you're hauling, things like the stopping distances, and so on and so forth. And the last thing I do is I turn down my brake sensitivity. And as you've seen, I've adjusted it for today's live stream, and it's caused me to have some, shall we say, nervous moments. Brakes on a semi are actually pretty good. Well, they are very good. Combine them with the electronic safety systems, they can stop very effectively and avoid stuff. That's not what happened to me today, but I wanted to turn them down to reflect that I'm running an older piece of equipment. If I have to panic stop, it's probably going to kill my brakes. They might not. Let's try and steer it third person around this corner without running into anything. Yeah, and I'm doing 65, so I mean, it's capable of doing it. There we go. That is the speed limit too. Right, get back on my engine brake. Encourage a downshift or two, that's one. Let's try another one. Okay. Almost got it down to the speed limit in time. Left. I got plenty of time though. Well, an hour and a half in the bag, because was this an urgent delivery? I think it might have been. And if so, sometimes those urgent deliveries feel really tight on the time. And you're in a low power truck and you've pretty much got no chance of making it. But thankfully, this one has not been so bad. Maybe it was not an urgent delivery either. Not be reflected in the YouTube, and sometimes when you stream or even when you record, it feels really painfully slow for you driving it and sluggish, but the game just works great. That was a pretty heavy set of stutters though. Right, almost at the destination. parking space as well. That's quite convenient. What do they need with all these iron pipes though? Well, maybe they're iron pipes you probably wouldn't want to put under the ground. Maybe, I don't know. Look at that stream. I've just noticed that. I don't think I've seen that stream there before. Lining things up. So I was wanting to show everyone how you can customize the load that you take. So this was originally going to be a 45,000 pound load, but I made it 57,400 pounds, and I also missed my my spot. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and shut down. Let's check in and let them know we're here, and see how well we did on the trip. So we covered 266 miles, and that was because of a slight detour that wasn't my fault, but the incident that almost took out my truck would have been my fault. And we burnt 72 gallons, so that's less than 4 miles per gallon. That is not particularly affordable in today's environment of $5 per gallon, depending on what state you're in. So that would have been an expensive trip, but like I've always maintained with the Cummins KT, you don't buy a 19-litre semi-engine in the hope that it's going to be efficient. Well, everyone enjoyed today's live stream. It was a little different. Hey, a bunch of stuff didn't work very well, but that's okay. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I hope it was good for you too. And I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream now. So hey, if you want to try out the engines in the mod pack, and there are quite a few these days, along with some transmissions that will go with those too, go ahead and hit up the link in the description below, or search for the Steele Productions Engine Pack on the Steam Workshop. Thanks ever so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.